has been in this case from the beginning. Even in the room, God has been in. He's been involved in this. He knew what was going to happen, and he knew that he, won't let those who are responsible get away with it. He's already working, and to see that Shanquella not only, has had an impact on just Charlotte, but it's beyond Charlotte now. The world see how beautiful she was. The world see how she can slay hair. The world see how the woman she carried herself. And just to see that some no good and low down, dirty dogs would do something like this to someone who was at the top, and to reduce her to a hashtag, it's very egregious, and it is disgusting. And justice will be served. Let's make that clear.
Oh yes,
Mr. Robinson. Yes. Justice will be served. I first want to give my condolences to you and to your entire family. I am so sorry that you all are going through this, and I continue to pray for you all, and people around the world continue to pray your strength, and that God will continue to touch this situation and will bring those who are responsible to justice fast, quick. We have been talking over the phone.
Put a one in the chat if you can hear this. I'm sorry, guys. I was working on something else and got the alert that this was going on today instead of tomorrow.
The lie.
Hey, Miss Olivia. Hey, NY Polo, Sean P, Chocolate Bay, Demetrius, Shay. It froze. Let me see if I can get them back. One second. Bear with me. I'm going to get them back right now. I was working on the story that I was talking about earlier, but I have to do that tomorrow now.
Yeah, she said alcohol poison. So when she said alcohol, I said, how'd you got alcohol poison? Where she at? So she said Mexico, Cabo. So, the phone just, my phone dropped and I just started crying. My whole night was just trauma, man. I just cried all that night.
If you have the capability of sharing this live, share this live, if you can.
Cried.
Yeah.
Not knowing, how, over in Mexico, where she at, or what,
Now,
right now,
go ahead, Dad.
it's just hard. It's just the point that alcohol poisoning. It didn't sound right. I said, how you got over there? For the flu over there. I'm trying to eventually leave. So it's about Friday. Got there 8 o'clock. She talked to him on the phone, and they was sitting there drinking. Eating tacos, salads, and the chef came in, and from there they said, "I'll speak to you tomorrow." So from that point, that was Friday, so Saturday, so she telling me the whole story now. So from that point then, that's when she found her dead at 3 o'clock, say, her friend Khalid was on the phone talking to us, and she was, sick, throwing up, wasn't feeling well. She took a shower, laid back down, and they called the Airbnb house. They supposed to send a medic out to the house, and they had to pay $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her and try to put an IV in her arm, and so the IV popped out and she went into a seizure. That's what Khalid telling, her mom's all this right here now. So,
Right.
Welcome, everybody.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm listening to the conversation, so I'm trying to figure out, why Khalid, didn't give you the phone or let you hear the doctor. Then one of them in the house, one of them told her she needed to wire $5,000 over there so they can take her to the hospital or so she be able to get in the hospital. I say, $5,000 for what? I mean, she got insurance. She always had insurance. Right. So, from that point, that's it. So then all of a sudden, Monday came. Okay, now we get together trying to figure out where she at. So she on the embassy, calling the embassy, they giving her to run around. I don't know too much about Mexico, none of that. So when me and my brother go to my mom's house. So as I'm standing in which I know it wasn't for God that led me to her. So me and my brother got on that phone, Googling, so we came home with me here, and first we called a guy answered the phone, he didn't speak English, so we called back again, and another young lady answered the phone, and her name was Elizabeth. And from that point on, she said, I asked her, you have Shanquella Robinson over there? She said, yes, sir. Like, Miss Robinson, I'm sorry for your loss. And so from that point on, she said, Mr. Robinson, stick to me until I get your daughter back to the States. So that lady was like an angel. Get the paperwork, and I'll take a while for that paperwork to get done to their transfer over to England. Yeah. So she got back here last Thursday, around about 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting there in the funeral home. As soon as that door opened and that box came in there, bit her in it, and just cried like a baby. Yeah. Didn't even want to leave out the funeral home. My brother had to pull me out of there. I'm sitting here, looking at her, seeing, a knot on her head, her eyes swollen, she got a cut lip, and, just, I said, no, I know alcohol wasn't going to do all that, so that's something I had that right here. And so y'all going to come back here to the States and bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, and her sister.
If you can hear, please put a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure you can hear it.
How it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then, 2 or 3 days later, when that report came back.
Thank you, Ms. Hall. Hey, Ashika, how you doing? Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Wildcard. Hey, Uncle Claude, thanks. Okay, they froze. Come on. Yeah, it is.
Really can't sleep because that was my heart. It was a big hole. Y'all done came back here little kids from what I heard. I don't be on Facebook or social media, Twitter, all that. That's not my style.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a person. I'm just laid back in the back seat, but all at the same time, our father has been here all along. A whole 25 years she's been on this earth.
Yeah.
It's been her dad and all her friends who know me would tell you her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad. I know for a fact. I know she probably called out for her dad.
Yeah.
For her to go out here and suffer like that. I mean, for her to suffer the way y'all did, to beat on her because she's not a fighter. She's not a fighter at all.
Right. Yeah. And
it's a shame, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw.
Yeah.
For y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on and do nothing. You supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years.
Friend. Now, I'm gonna.
Y'all supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Friends just don't do that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I understand y'all parents, your parents ain't reached out to me, or I don't know if you reached out to a mom or not, but your parents ain't reached out to me. You all ain't reached out to me. So, I say something ain't had up right here, but I just ask God to give me the strength and bring me justice. Show me what really happened over there, Lord. That's all I ask. I'm not perfect, but I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yes.
I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yeah.
And God has been moving. It's been moving.
Yeah.
And Gerald, the way God moved in you, when you said you called that Monday morning, I know I had prayed, said prayer, I always pray. And just how everything just going, everything just coming. The cover just been pulled off,
Yeah.
And, I'm still hurting. I mean, like I said, I'm sitting here hurting, talking about this as I'm hurting right now, knowing in 2 days, I got to bury her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all that came back here and shut down your Facebook pages, you're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what why you hiding? Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Mr. Robinson, tell the truth. I want to.
You got a father here that won't even be, you got a father here now, won't even be a granddaddy. I can't even walk down the walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Can't even hear a voice. Can't even say daddy. She gone.
Yeah.
She gone. And y'all took that from me. Y'all took that from me. And Khalid, I know she told you about her dad. I know she did. You got a dad. Y'all got dads and a mother that I know of.
Yeah.
They can look at you all. Y'all can have a conversation. I can't have no conversation no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I had to come on here and, speak my heart and speak my mind. I'm not a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Everybody who knew me, all of my daughter's friends, know what type of dad I was.
Yeah. And that's what I want you to do. And I know me and you talked, and we talked about having an interview. And I know we talked about, you said that I'm going to give you one first because you've been working on it. And I just want to thank you because the people need to hear from you. These I'm going to call them murderers. I don't care what nobody else call them, Mr. Robinson. I'm going to call them what they are, my opinion. Because I feel like that y'all knew what was going on, and you still didn't say nothing. Now, the problem I have is that luggage to the house, had dinner, and
he's bolder than we thought. He had dinner with the family
from alcohol poisoning. And then when I called you about the video, you didn't even know anything about the video until I called you and told you about the video, and I sent it to you. And now that the video is out, it definitely confirms what you were saying all along about, this alcohol poisoning doesn't put a knot on your head. It doesn't swell your eyes. It doesn't bust your lip. It don't do any of that. And I know that that's one of the parts that you can't even fathom of how this man can come to your family's face and tell y'all a lie like that. Now, I spoke with Miss Salamondra. I spoke with Miss Robinson, and she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house. He was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalil never called whatsoever. Well, his mom was telling me, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me. That she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and said what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, when they told me he got all sick and wasn't feeling good, and said his aunt was with him or his mama was with him, he wanted to leave. And when he left, they heard no more from him, So, and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, while she was naked, you men, sit in that room and watch her, that girl hit on her like that while she was naked. I mean,
It's
and me in the room with, do y'all have sisters? Do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all a video like that? A man, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister naked, how would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She ain't number, she's more about 120, 125 pounds. That's not her style. Her style is not a fighter. Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't raised like that. She was raised to have fun and treat people like she want to be treated. Laugh. Care for others. And y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all see that to me, it was a setup.
Yeah. That's what it's against as well.
That's what God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get justice. You would not die. I'm gonna get justice.
Yes, sir. You are going to get justice. You are going to get justice. Shaquella's going to get justice. Your entire family is going to get justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, Friday, they are over in Mexico.
Hey,
Saturday, as you talked about earlier, Khalil calls and he says that Shaquella's not feeling good. She's been throwing up and she's resting. And then he calls back because Salamondra told me that, she told him, just, keep an eye on her, just keep me updated on what's going on. And then he calls back and says that they are trying to resuscitate her. And you're trying to understand, well, what's going on? And then he comes up with this alcohol poisoning bullshit, Now, and I understand that the FBI is now investigating. You have been in contact. Your entire family has been in contact with the FBI. But have you learned anything as far as the Mexican police seeing any type of bruises on her when they got there? Did the medics observe anything, different, about her when they got there for them to, allow these people to leave a room, after saying that she had alcohol poisoning and then tending to her body, and it's obvious signs that, she was beat. Have you learned anything? Has any information been communicated to you that the Mexican authorities or the doctor or the medics over there saw any of those signs on her?
As right now, I'm just waiting for all that information to come back to me.
Yeah, you wait for all that information.
When all that information come back to me.
Right.
But when I saw her in that cat, when I saw her laying there when they rolled in the funeral home, I mean, we saw the bruises.
Right.
We saw the bruises.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was in her pajamas.
Lavon, yes.
Pants and a shirt. So I don't know if they put that on her or who put that on her. You know. But I don't just see how can y'all sleep. I don't see how all of y'all can sleep. I don't see how can all of y'all go about and do y'all daily duties and sit there knowing what y'all did.
Yeah.
Knowing what y'all did.
Right. Now, I understand, Mr. Bernard, that you're waiting for more information as it relates to that. Now, the death certificate stated, now the video shows that there was a fight in the bedroom. It's early morning outside if you look at the outside in the video. But the death certificate stated that but the video shows that a fight was inside the bedroom, and I do know, and I communicated with you from a source that there is a second video, because obviously, Shaquella is on this.
If you guys hear background noise, I'm babysitting, so I'm gonna try to get the little people to be quiet. I gave them snacks before I came on, so hopefully they will remain quiet.
And slapping her and her not getting back up. There is a second video that is out there. This information came directly from someone who is friends with Dejane's mother, and this information was communicated because people were upset about the fact that only one angle is being shown, and that is Dejane assaulting your daughter. This was not a fight. This was a brutal assault because your daughter was not fighting back. And in that video, at the end, Khalil had told Shaquella's sister and Miss Salamondra that he was not there when all of this happened. After the fact that they learned from talks from those that was there that there was a fight, that he was not in the room.
Thanks for subbing.
The video clearly shows him to the left. I mean, you've never seen Khalil, have you, Mr. Bernard?
No, never seen Khalil.
Right.
Only thing I saw is pictures. All of them.
Right.
So I saw pictures of all of them.
Yeah.
I heard the same thing you heard. There's a video out there.
Yeah.
That, she picked up. Back up. A final cord.
Do you need a second, Mr. Bernard? I can turn this off for a minute.
Oh, man, go ahead. We can go through this.
Yes, sir. I know this is, I'm sorry of this, y'all. This is very, very, very difficult.
Her father is getting emotional, so that's why there's a pause.
Y'all really don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all have done to me. Y'all don't know how, the whole that y'all didn't put in me. I really don't know. Serious,
Please get that bot.
Y'all can just come back here to deal with y'all did. And leave her there. And then leave her there. And the maid had to find her from what I'm hearing, y'all don't understand how much pain my daughter was in, sitting there with a broken neck or spinal cord, then I'm hearing, I don't know, Najee or whatever, he came to the house, So he was the last one, something about he was the last one, he was the last one about her breathing or something, He playing soft music and rubbing her head, really. All of y'all could have got her help. All of y'all. But y'all told me not to.
Exactly. Who the freak comes from an airport, they came from the airport straight into there and just rub her head playing soft music and claiming he's doing CPR. And then, to get online and try to run to the world that you are so innocent. The only innocent person and the only victim in this case is Mr. Bernard's daughter. And that's Shanquella Robinson. Ain't nobody else a damn victim. And I wish people would stop getting online talking about this Nazir dude, goddamn. And then this is the problem that I have. And from my understanding, Mr. Bernard, did you watch any of his video?
Was video?
Nazir's. Did you watch any of Nazir's video?
Yeah, I watched a little bit. How he saying this and that, saying that. Really.
And the problem that I have is, I don't.
You came there and you saw her. You should have got help. If you was her friend, you ain't seen her in 9 years. When you came in that house, ain't no way you gonna sit here and you saw the bruises. You saw the bruises. You came in the house. You want to sit there and say you played music and rub her head and then she took a last breath, you left? You saw the music. I mean, come on, man, really? You should have came in that house. Hey, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all stand down here.
Hey, Keandra.
Y'all stand down here. Y'all not going back. Y'all not going to the United States.
Exactly. He should have
came in here and saw these bruises. Y'all didn't hurt this girl. No. Exactly. That is the problem. You got a mother and a father. You got people back in the state that love her and care about her. Especially her daddy.
Yeah.
And then y'all can't even call. You come to the house, over to a sister's house, and try to say, Miss Robinson, do you have Mr. Robinson's phone number? Can we call him and give him my condolences? Not at all. Y'all didn't even open your mouth. Ain't doing that at all. Especially you, Khalid. Even your parents. Y'all parents ain't reached out. Dirty. Parents ain't even reached out. None, me or her mom. Not that I know her, but I know your parents ain't reached out to me. They still got y'all. They still got y'all. I don't have mine. She gone. Y'all took her away from me. She can't talk for herself.
Hey, Fifi.
She can't talk for herself, but her daddy is going to talk. Her daddy going to stand strong through the grace of God.
That's right.
God going to give me the strength that I need. And I know everybody out there who got a relationship with God going to pray that I get the strength to stand where I need to stand.
Yes, sir.
Because my daughter would not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
She would not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give her justice.
She's going to get justice.
She didn't have to go through this.
Hey, Tisa.
She did not have to go through this.
She did not have to go through this. Shaquella did not deserve this. She did not deserve this. I can't wrap my head around the fact that they left Mexico, came back to the United States, and told this family that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning, when in the damn phones that y'all was carrying had the video that we just saw. Y'all knew a fight happened. Y'all knew, and you know who killed Shanquella.
And you told her mama. Y'all sit right there and told her mama that it wasn't no altercation.
What got me was they had dinner with the mom.
There was no altercation in that house. That's exactly what y'all said. That's exactly what y'all said.
Now,
in a couple of days, I will have all y'all statements.
Joe is.
All y'all statements, what y'all
I
say.
agree, Wildcard.
The FBI is on them, left and right. So if you think you're hiding at your mama's house, then Janae, if you think you're hiding, Khalil, you think you're hiding Winter, if you think you're hiding Nazir, if you think you're hiding...
Yeah, they did.
The FBI is on you. And you're going to have to get into the interrogation room, and you're going to have to tell what happened. And the fact that y'all still to this day ain't even tried to call this family and say, Miss Robinson, Mr. Robinson, I lied. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. We should have broke it up. I didn't know what to do. And for every parent that sit up here and you know your child done killed somebody, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's right.
That you were harbor a fugitive. That you would try to hide your child. That you wouldn't even reach out to a mother, the mother, father, the father. Shaquella ain't hurt nobody. Everybody loved her. Just because y'all had hate and fear in your heart, you didn't have to take out what you was going through in your anger and your hatred and your jealousy and your envy on her. You're ugly on the outside and you're ugly on the inside. And you ain't at all worthy to take a dog to the dog pound, let alone call yourselves some type of human with a heart. Y'all ain't shit. I'm sorry, Mr. Bernard, but you know how we talk on the phone. So you know you know me. But
say what you mean.
I am so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I'm so outraged at the fact that these Judases left your daughter for dead. And
exactly,
then you got
Nikki.
Nazir coming on. Let me ask you this: the part that you did here, Mr. Bernard, did you even believe any of what he said, what he was saying?
You're welcome.
Not at all. Not at all. You should have did more than what you did.
Hopefully they'll be interrogated soon now that the FBI has stepped in.
Y'all would have stayed there at that hospital down there with my daughter. I would have made sure y'all got back here. You would have been standing on Mexico. You would have got back here. You would not have stayed down there. Well, it would have meant a whole lot to me, knowing that you stayed down there with my daughter till I got there or we got there. We all would have been getting back on that plane together.
They said you came in kind of late, but it was said that 3 ambulance were called.
Y'all left for there.
So dirty and so low down that this father and his brother had to get online and find funeral homes and find out how to get in contact. Y'all left them searching. Y'all left them searching how to find their daughter. This man don't know anything about Mexico. Just imagine being a mother and a father.
Please like the video, and if you can share it, please share it.
And dead, and you got to get on Google. What if it wasn't for Google? Y'all dirty. You left this man searching for his baby's body. You left this man trying to find out where his daughter was because he couldn't get in contact with her. Because she was
Fifi, I was gonna put the picture up, but it's giving feedback. So after this ends, I will add him to the thumbnail because that's what I'm doing now. How can I get on the panel? I'm gonna open up the panel after this is over.
I wired that money over there. It was 6,000. I wired that money. It's almost 7,000. I wired that money.
And now one of them tried to ask, did they need help?
I wired that money.
Didn't ask, do you need money? Didn't ask nothing. Didn't ask nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. I don't want no GoFundMe page. None of that. I wired that money.
I guess the dad doesn't know now there is a GoFundMe though. The sister created one. So I hope he tells him that.
Let me say this. Shanquella's funeral is this Saturday.
They froze. Hold on.
But it was Charlotte. Mr. Bernard, Khalil brought the girl that was in the video assaulting your daughter and another girl to the house. And Shaquella's sister, has stated that now let me ask you this right to this. Had you, before the autopsy came back, had you heard that there was a fight or that an altercation was going on over there before you found out everything now that you know now?
Yes, her friend, my daughter's friend did call me, who have my number, who know how much I care about my daughter.
Right.
They did call and say, it was a fight in the house, but they wasn't sure, but then the alcohol story came out.
Right.
So when the alcohol story came out, okay, my mind got to say, God about it. I pray and said, God, just let me know what really happened over there. Pull the covers. It showed me. Because she gone now, God. She gone. But show me what happened. Where I can stand for justice for her, Lord.
Yeah. So,
and that's when you came in, and that's for some kind of reason, you came in the picture. You came in the picture. I kept praying. And God began to move and start moving in his time and start unraveling stuff.
Yeah.
And this is where we at now.
Yeah. Mr. Bernard, so you had heard about the fight. You heard there was a fight. So Khalil had brought Dejanay, the girl in the video that we see attacking your daughter, and he brought another girl, Leonard Donovan, over to the house. And that's when they were asked about the altercation. But they denied the altercation, even though one of them, who we now know, Dejanay Jackson, was in a video assaulting your daughter Shanquella, had the nerve to lie to y'all again in your face, saying that it was alcohol poisoning. So did they really say that was alcohol poisoning? And
that's what her mom said. That what the words came out their mouth. They were playing a game, drinking. That was the statement they made to her mom and her sister, or everybody who was around over her sister's house, because they was asking questions,
right?
So that's what they told, and so I guess that what her mom, sister, everybody went with until I got the information. Because that alcohol poison did not sound right for me. No, right, not at all.
Right.
No, she don't drink like that. I know that for a fact.
Right. So now, once the autopsy came back, okay, and it came back that your daughter was beaten, right? Khalil was nowhere to be found. He didn't come back around. He didn't pick up his phone. Is that what happened? That he just disappeared once the truth came out in the autopsy?
It went off the radar. It went off the radar from what I was told. All of it went off the radar. I guess once it got out there on social media or Twitter or Facebook, how they communicate. Like I said, I don't be out there like that. That's not my, that's not me. I'm old school. Right. So, all her friends, my daughter friends start commenting about it on, on their pages, what I'm hearing. And all of a sudden, all of them start shutting down their pages. Their Facebook pages or Twitter accounts or, whatever they was on. So, right. But
they start shutting them down.
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to ask no questions. No, nothing.
Yeah. And it's so funny because when I called you and I told you a little bit about what I do, who I was, and I told you, I said, I'm going to put their pictures out today. And I got all of their pictures that morning. All of their pictures. The North Carolina Beat found every single one of those individuals who was in that room with Shanquella picture. Her picture wasn't going to be the only one going around. I mean, people knew Khalil, but the other people, they didn't know. So it was easy to find Khalil. But to think that y'all name was just going to be out there without people seeing who you are, and immediately when the North Carolina got involved, that's what I told you we was going to do, and we did it, and we'll do it again for any other family that's looking for justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, have you tried to reach out to Khalil? Has anything in you? Because I really know, I'm not gonna say it, but is there anything you say? Let me try to call him. I need to talk to this man. I need to see why this man, my daughter's guy best friend, would do this. Like, did you try to call him yourself or get an answer to him yourself? Although he didn't reach out to you or call you.
Well, as mom and sister, they called. They said he didn't answer his phone, so it wasn't need to be called. So,
right.
Going forward is in God's hands. I'm gonna let God deal with it.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna let God deal with it, and He dealing with it. So,
absolutely,
she will get her justice. My daughter will get her justice. She will not die in vain. Each and every one of you all, whatever the law says.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with, or you gonna add a little more extra,
Right. Absolutely.
Whatever the law said, because all y'all was there, all y'all was sensory to whatever y'all did to her, and y'all know what's wrong. Y'all know it was wrong to the utmost. Y'all know it was wrong. Y'all know. I don't know how y'all sit here and think she got a mother and a father that love her conditionally. Y'all ain't bring her in this world. Who give y'all the authority to take her life? Who give y'all the authority to take her life? My world has shut down because I don't have her. Yeah. My world has shut down because I don't have her. So I just got to bring up justice.
Yeah. And we're going to get it. Mark,
because you stole something from me.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
You don't know me. I don't know you all. But y'all stole something from me tremendously.
Yeah.
Y'all did not have to touch her. She ain't did nothing to y'all. If she said in the words, y'all, that words is words. That's it.
Yeah.
That's not y'all child for y'all to be attacking her, beating on her like that, body slamming her, breaking her neck on spinal cord. Really? And I know some of you ladies, from what I heard, that y'all got little kids.
Yeah.
How would y'all feel if y'all child got taken from you all?
Yeah.
You can't see him no more.
Yeah.
You can't hear their voice.
Yeah.
Whatever the consequences is that the law deal you all.
Yes. Let me. Yes. I wanna ask you one last question. I have really a lot of questions, but I'm not gonna ask them. Because you are a grieving father, and all journalists would have questions about this whole case. Now, I want to ask you a question. I want to back up a little bit. I want to ask you a question, and I'm going to get off of here. Mr. Bernard, have you been told who found Shanquella? I mean,
this is her
were
father.
they still in the room, like, or did they leave her? Because, you know, of course, there was a rumor going around that a maid had found her. What have you? Have you been told how she was found? Did they leave after the medics got there? And I mean, and they came back later. Have you been told of how she was discovered?
When I was told, the man said they found her sitting up in the chair, or either sitting up in the bed.
Hey, Kwani. Hey,
sitting up in the
Cheryl.
bed or sitting in the chair
Welcome,
with a broken
everybody.
neck and a spinal cord.
Dead? What?
She died at 3 p.m. Now, you said you arrived at that house on that video, you said, at 3:30 something. So if you arrived there, sir, it should have been 12:30 or 12:45 at that house. So evidently, she had to be alive when you were there. So in that scenario, you saw the condition that she was in, and you saw the bruises that she was in. On her, you should have called the medics, or somebody should have called all of y'all. Y'all could have carried her. She ain't about 120 pounds, 120 pounds. But y'all chose not to. Y'all chose to got that thing, got out of there, got her suitcase, and what our statement says, one of y'all called a taxi cab, and went to the airport hotel. Now, I don't know how true all this is, but that's what I'm hearing. And one of you called back to the States and asked somebody what to do.
Hey, Stephanie, welcome.
One of you all called back. Y'all panicked, and one of y'all asked what to do.
Wow.
You know,
so you left her, and the maid found her. Because I was trying to figure out how did she get from the bedroom to the living room where she was found. Y'all drug her from the bedroom to the living room. I mean,
now, see, when I open the panel, we're going to talk about this because Nazir lied and said that the nurse found her hanging over the toilet.
I played it on here. He said that he got there 2:16. Then he came back on the live and said he got there 3 p.m. something. And then he said he was by 4:26. He was by the pool saying, "Quella, get up." So when you got there and you started CPR, and the death certificate and the autopsy say she died 15 minutes after her injury, which was at 3 p.m. So that means you did CPR on her and left her where she was, and then you went by the pool and said, "Hey, Quella, get up," knowing she was dead. I mean, but the thing about it is, he's a compulsive liar, Mr. Bernard.
He sure is.
And he can't be trusted. And I dissected the video, and I proved that Nazir Wiggins is a liar, and he is as much responsible and guilty as the rest of them, and they need to be held accountable. Now,
if he said he did CPR, then they say it was a medic in the house. So that medic don't know how to do CPR.
That's you know. Hello.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bernard, one last question. The FBI is now involved. They have revoked their passport so they can't flee. What is the FBI telling you? I know you don't have to go much into detail, but is there anything that you can share with us that they are telling you, other than that they are investigating it? Have they told you? Have they spoken to anyone? I do know that they have communicated with us that if there's anyone that they are investigating it, and that if there is anyone who has information, whether it be photos, whether it be text message between any of them, or anyone admitting anything or saying anything, photos, and you have information, please contact the FBI. Doesn't matter what state you're in, whether you're in Connecticut or you're in Charlotte, contact the FBI, and they will route your tip to the appropriate people. Is there anything that you could tell us about the FBI on investigating this? that you may be able to share?
No, I'm not. I'm just waiting on them.
Yes,
I'm in the blind, just like everybody else in the blind. I just know God is moving. You know, He's moving at His own time, and I walk by faith, not by sight.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
As I say that,
come on now.
As I say that, what I say, justice will be done for her.
Yes.
Justice will be done.
Absolutely.
And I will know our Lord that we serve will come through for me.
Yes, He will.
The whole world, the whole nation, all y'all prayers, which I don't know none of you all out here. But, you know, I know y'all prayers and y'all, you know, I know y'all prayers is the one that got me standing. Yes. Standing strong as I'm standing. I can't even sleep. Can't even hardly eat. You know.
This is a big hurt
feeling.
Yeah.
It's a really big hurt feeling.
Yes, it is. Mr. Bernard, thank you so much. Thank you so much for telling the world how beautiful your daughter was, for being bold and being courageous and being strong. The world see your strength through all of this. And my condolences again go out to you and your family. And the entire world is praying for you and your family. And I know that on Saturday that you all are going to send your daughter to heaven in a mighty way. And my prayer to you all is that I know that you won't ever deal with this, but you'll get through it. And I pray that when the days come and the grief come, that it will come in increments, that it won't overpower you, but that, you know, you will begin to, you know, release it, you know, and heal. And that's what I'm sending your way to you and your family. Healing power, healing energy. And again, you know, Mr. Bernard, thank you so much. You have my information. The North Carolina Beat is standing beside you. You know, any information we get, you know, you and your family will be the first to know. And I just want to thank you all so much for giving us that permission to show the world what happened to your daughter, because these people are going around lying and saying this and saying that. But thank you guys for allowing us to share that with the world so they can see how dirty friends, so-called friends, can be. And it's not Quella's fault. Let's get that straight.
No, not at all. She's going over there to have fun and enjoy herself.
Yeah.
Not knowing she ain't gonna eat something back.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. And thank you so much, Mr. Bernard. I'll call you once I get off.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. May you pray.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, y'all. So, just by the way, Mr. Bernard, we talked about it. He wanted to do this interview. For those who say, you know, why you got him up there, we had a conversation.
We got 91 watching, 95 watching, and 65 likes. Can we get the likes up, please?
Elise Hyatt, Winter Donovan, Malik Dyer, Khalil Cook. You might as well go ahead and turn yourself in. Because the statement that you gave,
hey, DC Cop,
the lie that you told, is sending you to jail.
Sure is.
So if you thought you ran, if you thought you're hiding, if you thought that we weren't going to be on your ass and our foots were going to be on your neck, you had another thing coming. Y'all cannot be trusted. And you know, people don't support you despite of what you're going through. They are going to support you. Oh, it don't matter if you go to jail. It don't matter if you're murdered. It don't matter. It don't matter. They still going to support you. But we will see today that y'all asses go to jail. Ain't y'all innocent. Ain't nobody victims.
Nope.
Ain't nobody a victim but Shanquella. She the only victim. She the only victim. She's the only victim. I don't give a damn how much you ride down the street posting a video, playing songs and trying to send messages. You a dirty low down dog.
Oh, I saw that too.
Y'all are dirty. Y'all are low down. And the truth of the matter is, somebody need to beat y'all ass if you want to keep it a band. The same way that I was about to call it something, but you know these organizations out here, you know, you can't cancel me any goddamn way, but y'all need y'all ass beat. Upside the head. Everything that was afflicted upon need to be inflicted upon you. Burn your asses at the stake. All right, y'all. Gerald Jackson. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Good night.
Okay. The interview is now over. I am dropping the link if you want to hit the link to discuss everything that you have heard. Feel free to do so now. The link has now been dropped. Now, if you to lie about alcohol poisoning when they do autopsy, that's something else. Now, if you can recall, Nasir's story is totally different. The live has ended. If you want to hit my link, you can hit the link. And if you want to share anything or want to discuss what you just heard. Welcome, Miss Olivia.
Hey, Lex.
Hey. So what do you think?
I just want to say thanks for restreaming the video, because like I told you earlier, I don't have Instagram or nothing. I had to click out for a few minutes when when his voice started tearing up, and it's just a lot. It's a lot. Nobody should have to go through nothing like this. Your children are supposed to bury you. You are not supposed to bury your children.
You're right.
And it's just.
You heard him say they took the clothes back and then they had dinner with the mom?
Yes. I didn't even know that when we were talking earlier today. They had the nerve to sit down and have a meal with the lady. These people are not of God. They are not. I don't know. Well, I know what's going on in this world, but this right here, that's just pure evil. It's insanity. You know what I mean? And then I hope that everybody will prayer truly does change things, and I just pray for this man. And the mom and the dad especially, but the whole family, to find some kind of peace, in the midnight hour, because you end up blaming yourself, for something that they didn't have no control of. The girl didn't have no control over it either. Shanquella didn't, and, but people really need to stop throwing that word friend around like we were talking earlier so easily, because a child. But another thing I want to say was, I went back and listened to some more videos from a couple of more vlogs, and I don't remember. It was one guy, I can't think of his name. He was doing a live stream. We had like 1,100 people in the chat watching, and he was saying that the girl, I know that they had previously said that what is the girl name that fought her first? The one that they thought was a trans. Yeah, Dejanay. It was saying that she was in Connecticut, but he was saying she was in Cleveland.
No, Connecticut.
Yeah. First they were saying that she was in Connecticut, but he was saying that she was in Cleveland. So I don't know, if he just misunderstood or if somebody else misunderstood. I don't know, but that's as to where she is exactly. We know she ain't out of the country. I know they really don't matter, because the FBI has taken on the case. So But I figured they did was looking into it anyway. After they revoked the passports, that's how you know that the FBI was getting involved right there. Um, when they revoked the passports. But something else that I want to say was I was listening and paying attention. Well, I'm a good listener, right? And then when they said the winner chick, when they said that she did a WWE move on Shanquella, and what they and I used to look at wrestling, right? So I think what they meant by that was she picked Shanquella up by the hair, and she was already on her back because Dejanay was already, fighting her in the room, and she couldn't even stand up or whatever. But do you think that I think that she might have picked her up? She was on her stomach, and she might have picked her up
And
by the
drop.
back of her hair, and just like slammed her down on the ground. And if that's the case, I'm wondering if Dejanay um really broke her neck and spine, or did Winter break her neck and spine, or did a whole bunch of people, were they just kicking her? What? I'm just confused.
Me too, but I think they all should get charged with the
Oh yeah,
same thing,
absolutely. They're all
murder.
complicit. Absolutely. Yeah. Even the girl, the one that we were talking about, that nobody's mentioning. It's just for the simple fact that she was there and she didn't try to call for help. I mean, she's complicit, in my mind. So,
And then they're back here now, and she's still not saying anything. I
you
mean,
still not saying
you would
nothing.
think, like
Yeah.
I asked you earlier, who raised these people? Because you would think that with all that's happening, somebody's parent would say, "Listen, let me take you down to Charlotte Mecklenburg police, and let them reach out to whoever we need to reach out to, so that you could give your account as to what happened." No one
Yeah.
has done that.
Yeah. I
You're
agree.
right,
I
the bed.
agree.
Hey Chanel,
Yeah.
what's up?
I tell you one thing that I know for sure, that God don't have nothing to do with this type of madness. That's all I know for real.
Hey, Geechee girl, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Olivia. I don't know who
Mhm.
just came up, but hello.
Lady,
Um, I'm sorry. You said what?
Lady Tia.
Oh, hey, lady
You said,
girl. Hey,
Hey,
girl.
hey, Chanel.
So I I didn't really catch this story until like 2 days ago. Um, I saw it on somebody's platform, and I didn't really like research it, but yesterday I was really researching it, and it like it kind of hit me to the core because, I have a 22-year-old daughter, and, I have other children, but it's like you feel like, you raise your kids, they should be able to go, and explore different places to see different things, different cultures, to just go have fun, but to not know that your child is coming back home is that was it made me upset. And to hear different stories that they told, it's like, first of all, if my best friend passed away at a place we were at, I'm not coming home. I'm staying with my best friend. Come hell or high water, I'm not
exactly.
leaving. I'm not leaving my best friend. I'm not about to sit up here and lie to my best friend's parents. That whole thing to me was just a setup. It was a
Mhm.
lot of jealous and envious
Mhm.
things around because
Mhm.
maybe she was successful and y'all were jealous. But instead of
Yep.
asking her, how can I participate? How can I invest in that? Y'all chose to just be jealous of her. But this is y'all so-called friend. Why would you want to take her out of town, out of state, to another country to kill her? Sorry, can't use that word. Ooh, to, you know, at her demise. But why? Why
On
not
the
do that at home? Why would y'all go there and then you come back and you lie
Because
and you
because
they
they
back?
figured that they could get away with it in another country. That's the reason why they did that. I think they all had something to do with it, especially Mr. Nazir. I think that he is the ringleader. I think
Yeah,
that he was
yeah,
he's so
he
narcissistic.
is.
He's just
Because
sickening
I'm
every
gonna
time
that's the thing. It was a plan. That's the
yeah,
thing. It was a plan. Y'all
yeah.
got her out there thinking, "Oh, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun." But why? If she telling you she don't want to fight back, Why keep going? She's not trying to fight y'all. She's trying to have fun. Enjoy. She young. She want to kick it and have fun. But you jealous and envious of this girl because why? She might be successful because don't get it twisted. That
That
girl
ain't
is
nothing. That ain't nothing.
beautiful.
Did you hear what Lex was telling us about her niece? She bought her niece an Infinity for graduating from college, and her friend, what was it? Her friend Lex that set her up to almost get killed. The car shot up or something like that in the parking lot or something.
Wow.
The car got shot up. Yeah.
Wow.
That wasn't out of the country. That's right here in the country.
But y'all jealous
Yeah.
though. The thing is, if my friend, this is how I think, maybe because it's how I'm older. I'm 42. If my best friend or my friend is successful, I'm not about to hate on my best friend. Guess what I'm gonna do? Girl, how you get this? Girl, can you help me so we can try to get some business? Can you invest in me so we can do this together so we can build an empire? We all need to be. If one of my friends,
But
I don't even have to ask. If one of my
but you know,
friends,
sometimes you have to be careful with the same one that's riding with you and pretending, because
Yep.
the main ones
yep.
that you think are clapping for you is waiting for the opportunity to stab
Yep.
you in the back.
Them the ones plot to get you. I got a cousin years ago. Somebody spiked his weed and he ran off the road. And he ain't never been right since. That was due to jealousy and envy. He ain't never
Geechee,
been right since. They spiked
let me
his
tell you
weed.
this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go, Olivia. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying due to jealousy and envy that they are the child the people that are around you. Them the ones you got to watch out for. Like honestly, it ain't no friends. Look, your family is your friend. Your brother and your sister and your close cousins, they are your friends. Everybody else is suspect. I don't trust nobody. It ain't even nothing personal. I try to tell my nieces and my nephews that all the time. I know they think I'm crazy. I don't care. I'm gonna say it to the day I die. I'm a very critical person. I always gonna watch my back because I don't trust nobody and I don't care. Like I
Let me
said, it
tell you
ain't
about
nothing
this.
personal. Nobody outside my
So,
family, nobody outside my close circle. You are not my friend, and that is abundantly clear in my world.
so let me tell you this, Geechee girl. So my little cousin, she is 20, and I would say the summertime. Her best friend, one of her best friends, she wanted to go to Miami. So I said, well, go enjoy yourself. So she went. She called me a couple days later. She said, I'm not having fun. I said, why? So her mom was, oh yeah, all these ballers down here. Yeah, girl, that outfit cute, blah, blah, blah. But as they're on the boat having fun, she's in her bikini, got a cute little shape.
True,
The mom
Kiki.
was jealous of her and her daughter. So she made the trip miserable because she kept downplaying her. And I said, listen, if I have to catch a flight to Miami, that's what I'm going to do. Because her mom is jealous of your best friend, which is her daughter, and you, because she's not young no more. But she trying to put y'all to the forefront. I said, fall back. I said, if need be, go get you a hotel. I pay for it. I said, get away from them. She's like, no, it'll be okay. So the next morning, she's like, oh, I cook food. So my cousin like, well, I really don't. I'm not a morning person. I don't really eat breakfast. I eat like lunch. She got an attitude. So everything my cousin did, she had an attitude. And I said, listen, get away from them. To the point her best friend turned on her. I said, get away because if something was to happen to you, I can't get to you. I cannot get to you. Get away. She said, no, we'll be coming home tomorrow. I said, call me every hour on the hour because I need to make sure you're okay because I don't like that scenario. Like that could have happened to my little cousin and I would have been messed up because her mother was not to be trusted. None of them adults that was there was three of them, three women. I didn't like that. They were jealous of the younger girls, which is
Yeah,
your nieces, which are your daughters. Like,
yeah,
what? I didn't like that. When she came back, I gave her the biggest hug ever. I said, I don't care if she asks you to go again, do not go. Cause that didn't sit well with me. I said she's jealous of her daughter.
yeah. That
And she
happens a
put
lot.
you in.
That happens a lot.
I
I've heard
I
stories like
wanted to
that.
add my take on what's been going on in the case. I am a true crime lover, so I catch up on a lot of stuff. Olivia, Kwani, y'all know I would alert y'all if I see something going on that I would like you guys to bring to y'all platforms.
Mhm.
So my question was, when any of us plan a trip, especially a girl's trip, a friend's trip, or whatever, there were plans made. How did this plan start? How did they start up the whole conversation of we're going to Mexico? Is what I wanted to know. When did this start? When did Shaquilla know who all was coming to the trip? Because the guy that went live, he came a day late, and it was supposed to be his birthday. They're celebrating him. He was one of the people that I know of that was supposed to have been celebrated. So it was funny that he came a day late. I mean, if it's my birthday, we come in for me in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna be there on time. So for him to come a day late was suspicious. Also, the one that y'all saying is not speaking much, she only came. Well, she wasn't gonna come. I think a family member of hers had passed away, so she wasn't gonna come, but she changed her mind and she ended up coming. So she came on like the short end of the stick of I don't know if I'm gonna come, but she came. But my question was, what happened with this planning of it? Because you just don't jump up and say we're going to Mexico. It was a plan made that we're coming to Mexico. And if it was a plan made, did she make that plan with just her male friend who's supposed to be the best friend? And if that was the case, did she know that other people were coming? And if she knew other people were coming and there was some issue with these people, why would she go?
I think that it was friends of friends, and I don't even think she. I know the Khalil guy was her friend of over 5 years, or at least 5 years, or something like that, 5 7 years, or something like that. And
Right.
there were other, and then the Nasir supposed to have been her boyfriend or somebody that she was fooling with. But I think that friends of friends, I don't think that they might not have all been her
Friends
friends.
amongst each other.
I
Yeah,
don't think
you
she
know what I
knew it
mean.
was going to be dangerous. I think that
Well,
part. I
they
think she
clearly
didn't
didn't
know
know
that
she was
part.
gonna walk into a setup, and I think Nazir had something to do with one or more of those other girls.
Hmm.
That's what I really think, and that's why I think the friend and the friend of the friend, he talking too much. He doing too much. He done told 2 3 different lies over the course of a couple of days. He narcissistic. He more worried about the fact that he didn't have fun
Right.
in that second video. The dude is a whole weirdo. And I saw, I think the girl's name was Couture Bay or something like that. She had something going down her community wall of a girl named Rashana or something like it, saying that Nazir R-word her in high school.
Right. That is another narrative that's been put out about the guy, and that's why when you go back and listen to his live, people are looking at that in a different light because of the person that said that he had allegedly R-word them. Now, another thing I didn't understand as well. If you look at a video, for those who haven't seen it, you might not want to see it, but I did see that video. She was naked, and that the Dejanay came from a sliding door. It looks like it's daytime. And she came from the door straight into her. But Shaquilla is naked as if she came out the shower or
Yeah.
something was going
They
on.
said she sleep naked. That's why
Right.
she
She
sleeps
was
naked.
Yeah.
so her being unclothed, it was creepy to know that it was somebody in the corner with with their phone out
Her
recording as
friend.
if
Her
they
friend
knew.
Khalil. That was her friend. The video that we're seeing, her
Right.
her longtime friend, that was the video that we're seeing.
Well, that's what's creepy about the whole thing, as
And
if
he
they
trying to
had
help
set up
her.
in a corner like they knew Dejanay was going to come through the sliding part of that door.
Like
And
she could just
soon
step
as
out of the shower or something. Yeah.
yeah, soon as she came in, they were ready to record, even though Shaquilla was naked. It's creepy because she was unclothed. Like, why were y'all in that room while she was unclothed to begin with, let alone her being confronted by Dejanay? It was just all creepy because soon as Dejanay came through that door, um, she confronted Shanquella, but the person recording was in the cut recording. So it was a setup, like it was some like
Yep.
type of setup fight that she didn't even know was coming. Because
Yes.
if I'm gonna be set up for a fight, I wouldn't be naked for it.
Yeah,
It
that's what
was
we
an
said in the
ambush.
video earlier
I'm gonna
today.
jump in the
Clearly,
chat, Solo. I'm gonna jump in the chat. I'm gonna jump in the chat.
All right, Chanel.
All
Nice
right,
talking
thank
to
you for
you.
joining us.
yeah,
Okay,
we had
appreciate
discussed
it.
that earlier. That
So what do y'all
I
think about
believe.
that she was unclothed and the person sitting in the corner that was recording, was this a setup as far as she didn't know she was fit to get in a fight with Dejanay?
Yeah, we were talking earlier on my live about it being set up. That's what it felt like to me. A set up. The friends of the friends. Nazir doing all the extra talking and niggas explaining. Just the whole
Yeah,
scene.
because I was
Like
gonna
even her
replay his
screaming.
live because there are so many holes in the story. We
Yeah.
already knew that, but listening to the dad's interview,
Oh my
he
god.
just told so many. I mean, he just dug a bigger hole for himself.
Yeah. 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 And then, but the Khalil for his.
And you're right,
Oh
Lonnie.
Lord, you had dinner with the family too, man. I mean, come on, really?
Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say before I go, guys, is that they left Sunday. Now they were set up till Monday. You know, if you have ever traveled and been, especially out of the country, it is not cheap to change your, because you usually have your flight set up for the time you come and the time you're going to leave. So for them to leave a day early because they were planned to be there until Monday, for them to leave a day early, who paid for this? And if they
Well,
paid it, why would they leave
Lady
early,
Tia,
Lex?
Fifi TV said that they left because they charged $10,000 on Shanquella's credit card.
What?
Wow.
Now, this is my first
Well,
time hearing this.
oh my
So
gosh. That would
What?
only, but you know what? That makes sense because you are already booked for your flights when you go and you leave. They left a day early. So that is expensive to leave a day early when that is not a part of your agenda as far as your flights leaving to go and to come back. So that, I
They
mean,
bought the tickets
that makes,
home with that
man,
girl's credit card. They bought the ticket home with the girl's credit card. Do y'all think that's
that's
what happened? Oh
that's
wow.
what Fifi said, and
Oh.
it's just it's ridiculous. You killed her, paid your way back via her, took her luggage
wow.
home, ate dinner with the mom.
That and a lot of people say they wouldn't have the balls to do that. It's a lot of people that do that will go to a funeral and be the one that is the culprit.
Yeah,
A lot of that
absolutely.
happen all the
Well,
time.
I just told
Yes.
Miss Olivia about my cousin's murderer. He was at the funeral crying more than it. Yeah,
Yeah, they be
and that
crying the
was his
loudest.
friend.
Yeah, they be crying the
So
loudest, you know? Yeah. Wearing the little t-shirts and stuff when the friends pass away, knowing you the one that
Help
shot him
look.
anyway in the first place. Offering
Yep.
condolences to the you can't trust nobody. This world is doomed. Do you hear me?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
trust
that's
nobody.
that's all
It's
I
a
wanted to
duty
add to it
God.
that may haven't been pointed out. I believe that Mexico will extradite them, especially because social media has applied so much pressure, and I love it when
Mhm,
this happened. I just wish it would happen on a lot of different other
mhm,
situations, but we
mhm.
know the power of social media when it
Yeah.
comes to stuff that is being overlooked, and they have applied enough pressure that now that the FBI have now got on the case, Mexico is going to respond because they want people to come and visit. They want people to feel safe to come. So they are going to
they would have to
respond.
redact the death certificate, Lady T, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you know
mean,
They
what?
need to
we just
cure
have
it
to.
first.
I have
Yeah,
I have a security guard that works at where I work, and we was talking about the case, and she said she worked at the airlines for a long time doing security, and she said there are many times that they will extradite people from one country to the next, and what they would do is the FBI will get whoever that they are extraditing to go back to that other country. They will get them on a plane and they will send them over. It will be nobody in the plane but those that are being extradited. So I believe that Mexico is going to extradite them because of the pressure of social media,
Right.
because of their reputation, and whatever happens, they're going to find out who all was in that room, and those
but
are the ones who's going to
They
be
know who was
all
in
of
the
this
in
stuff
room.
question.
everything is going to have to be redacted because they
Right.
said that it was no foul play.
That's right.
So they
Yeah, even
can't just
even the
extradite
American
them
embassy.
because
Yeah.
But they gonna
exactly. So
it's gonna have to happen. They are gonna have to read that what happened. But and I think a lot has to do with the fact that a lot of them didn't speak much English, but a lot they went on the cohesiveness of five other people saying that it some alcohol. Now I don't know how could all five of them
yes,
diagnose her with alcohol poisoning because they are not doctors to say it was alcohol poisoning. It just shows that Mexico did not do their due diligence when it came to the case. Now they're going to have to take some of
well,
that shame
well,
and
I don't
blame.
know because see, in Nasir's video, he said that the nurse was called, but the dad
Right.
said that the maid was the one that called the mom. So we really don't know what
Mm,
what happened. I mean, I believe
Right.
the dad and his accounts, but as far as Nasir in that video, I just you don't know what to believe. He done told so many lies. He
right.
had to try to tell this one to cover that one,
Right.
and you just really don't know what happened. All we know is this, and this is unchanging. They went to Mexico. Shanquella ended up dead, and her family has a funeral on Saturday. That's all we know. And we know
Right.
that the young ladies, the friends, had a hand in killing her.
Mm.
That's all we know for sure.
Yeah,
That's
that's how
it.
we know for sure.
And
And then also, I think that it's a shame that this case had to go viral in order for the United States government to want to look into this. It don't make no sense to me. It
but
Well,
really
you know,
don't.
that's
I
going to
really
happen
don't.
all the time.
Because at first they wasn't going to they weren't worried about it. Even the US embassy wasn't worried about it. They followed behind what the Mexican authorities said. And so
Yeah.
they put out the statement that they put out. And if I think it's bad that you have to go through all of this on social media in order for something to be done about your child so clearly being harmed.
Well,
You
they're
know,
not going to think about individually a person, especially if anyone didn't know. It was three other people that were killed in Mexico that same day
alleged carbon
that are
monoxide poisoning.
Americans.
yeah, that one was
Alleged
carbon
carbon
monoxide
monoxide
that
poisoning.
that
poisoning.
are Americans. So if we got four cases, Americans in another country, and we got some that is ruled accidental. Well, we're gonna go on to the next one because this one is ruled already. So
Right,
let's put our attention on something else. So they're
right,
not. I mean, they. A lot of times, whatever you put in a report, that's less work for them. It's already been ruled out, and they move on. And so
right.
that's why a lot of times that happens, but I because it was so many other things happened in on that same day that Shaquilla died with other people from America. They
Mhm.
moved on once they said it was accidental. Let's move on to this next one because that's another thing we got to deal with. And I
Mm.
think that's why. But they're gonna have to make this right. And
Yep.
that's just for their reputation. That is for people to feel safe coming there.
Yep.
There is rumors that people do go to another country like Mexico and would take someone's life because they can go back to the states and won't be charged for it. So
Yeah.
those rumors have been floating for many years.
Yeah. And then plus too, I find it I find it I'm gonna talk about this on my channel, but it's extra when you have so many young melanated people dying at this celebration of the dead, and I was really it's just extra what's going on right now, and people really need to guard themselves. I just don't know
But you
how
can't
to
guard yourself if you think you're going in a safe place. Shanquilla
well,
thought
no,
she was in a
no,
safe
no. I don't
place
mean that
with her
kind of
friend.
garden. No, no, no. I don't mean that kind of garden. I mean, when it comes to the spiritual aspect of things,
Oh,
you really have to be aware of what's going on. Not even when it comes, of course, your friends. You got to have better judgment than that. But that's not that girl's fault. Like I
hmm
said, I think the friend of friends. I think the Nazir person number one may have orchestrated the whole thing, or at least knew what was going to happen. And her longtime friend
You
Khalil,
think that's
my
why
God,
he
he
was
filmed the
late?
thing. He didn't even try to protect his friend. You filmed the video and didn't even try to stop the girl after the girl said she wasn't gonna fight. But that's your friend of 5 or more years, and you see the girl is in no condition of fighting. This supposed to be your girl. You're not even happy.
But
You didn't try to break it up
I
or
have a
nothing.
question. I have a question. We all saw the video. So does it look like she was drugged to you all? Because
It kind of looked that way to me, Lex. Remember we was talking about that earlier, on my video, it looked like she was just like too lethargic to do anything.
Something was wrong because of her response.
we got off, and I watched it after we rewatched it after we got off of your live, and then my thing is she had to have been drugged, because if you're saying that
her
you
energy.
don't want to fight back, why would you go towards the person that's egging you on to tell you come on? She literally was walking in Dejanay's, in her space, so that Dejanay grabbed her again. Now, if you don't want to fight, you're going to stand still, and Dejanay would have to come to her, but she was walking towards her. So that's why I'm led to believe that maybe she was, under the influence of something.
And not only that,
about that on the video today. Not only that, Nazir evidently, he allegedly has a history with drugging women, Ruthian women.
Well, not only that too, when she responded, when the guy was saying, "Are you gonna fight back?" and she said no in such a calm way. When you in your adrenaline is at a high peak when you in a fight.
Right.
Her response was so mellow to where it seems that she wasn't all the way there. She couldn't have been already there to just say no. I would have been hyped up. I mean, the fact that you didn't get me and all of that, I would have been hyped up.
She wasn't screaming, help, get off
Right.
me.
She didn't
Khalil,
scream.
help me. None of that. Just no.
Yeah, she was in a state of where you would think that if someone was in a position like that, even if it was off guard, even if you're off guard, you didn't see this coming, you would be rowdy. She was not rowdy. She was so calm and mellow, and that is not that situation. She shouldn't have been there. In that space of being so calm. So it does, like you said, let's Miss Olivia, it seems like something was already in her system that she wasn't even in a place to fight back.
She didn't have no fight or flight. Your body is going to respond when you're in a harmful situation. If you don't do nothing but scream, and like Kwani said, protect your head. She had no fight or flight about her.
When he's saying, "Are you going to fight back?" At this point, she had already been hit 4 or 5 times.
Right.
And her response was just no.
And she found drugs.
Yeah.
And that is just coming out about like I said, the Khalil, the Nazir boy, allegedly, all wording women, but Ruth did them first. It's kind of starting to make sense. But what I want to know is what happened in the bathroom.
Right, because he said
great question.
Okay, now that was another question I had. He said on his video that when he came in, he didn't get to enjoy himself because as soon as he came in, he went to her assistance, right? He said he was rubbing her head, he played some music. She wasn't in the bathroom then.
Here.
She wasn't in the bathroom then. How did she end up in the bathroom?
And then what I realized was he gave her CPR.
In the game room, and then they was talking about cooking, so we made it to the living room. I put on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting till the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a veil coming, and then a female showed up. So by that time, I forget another thing. Kula wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Kula was not dead when I got there.
So you see what
if he's saying yes,
because he's.
Oh my gosh, Les, it pisses me off with that because how is he saying in one token when he first came in, he went to her aid and he was rubbing her head and played on some music, but then he also saying that she was slumped over in the toilet. When did either one of these happen? What happened first?
Exactly.
And how did she end up in the damn bathroom if it may be last? Because she couldn't have ended up in the damn bathroom last.
And because her spine was severed and her neck was broke.
Exactly. And then he's saying that's what he was told. How do you mean that's what you were told? Weren't you there? Weren't you rubbing
Right.
her head, saying Summer Walker, and saying, "Get up, Quilla, we got so much to do"?
Right. That's what I'm saying. He fucked up by going live and trying to put himself out of it when all he did was
Mm-hmm.
put himself in it.
Mm-hmm. And then the girl Dejanay, that Lex got that picture that she put up on her community wall, showing that Nazir was in fact there.
Sure was.
And that's why he keep trying to fight. That's why he went live. His live was to prove that he wasn't there yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
listen to him continue to talk. All you got to do is let a fucking liar keep talking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's all he
Exactly.
talked about. We said that today, did we, Lex? He talking way too
Mhm.
much. He got way too much extra detail. I put on some Summer Walker and I was rubbing her head. I'm like, boy, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Well,
Yeah,
You was
ladies,
but
doing
my
too
phone is
much.
going dead. But thank you guys for taking putting the story out there. I think that we're gonna see some justice. And my last comment is I think we're gonna find out something that is worse than we even thought. We're
I think
speculating
so
right now.
too.
I think we're gonna find out that it is more than that 18-second video, and
Yeah.
that the rest of that video is gonna show something horrifying, and it's gonna be worse than we thought because there's got to be a reason why her neck got broken and her
Mhm.
spine was cracked. There's got to be an explanation for it. So it's going to be worse than what we thought. So everybody take heed. But I'm glad that social media made this viral
Me
because
too.
we need answers. So thank
Club.
you, Lex. I'll go back in the chat. Miss Olivia, y'all have a wonderful evening.
All right, talk to you later,
Thank
Tia.
you, ladies here. Uncle
But yeah,
Claude.
like we were saying earlier, Lex, I just really want to know why. What was the motivation behind all? We know envy and jealousy, but I just feel like it's something more sinister than that.
I think so. Uncle Claude, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you just hear me?
Hey, Claude.
Yeah, we can.
Hey, Auntie, how you
Hey,
doing
Claude.
tonight?
All
Well,
right.
obviously, I
All
know
right.
this is not the best of circumstances. First of all, I'm not going to stay on too long. I just want to say a couple of things. Um, Again, I just saw the video. Number one, we need to stop saying it unless there's two or three more caskets coming our way. They're not going to get real justice. Let's put
I
that out.
agree.
Right, Claude.
Okay, and I know that there might be a few people saying, "Well, you know what? You're a little harsh. This, that, and the third." Well, f that. You have to be harsh. This woman
No,
was murdered. Okay, so there is no such thing as not being harsh. And in fact,
no,
I'm gonna be honest. I think the father should get the shotgun ready myself. But that's just
absolutely.
my
Well,
opinion.
I told Miss Olivia today I
And
believe in an eye
Right.
for an eye, so I agree with
Me
you, Uncle
too.
Claude.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
and anybody who has the nerve to say, "Well, you sound stupid. All you're gonna do is throw your life away." As far as I'm concerned, my life is already ended because my daughter is no longer on this planet. So
You
Right.
can hear the pain in that man's voice. I
yeah, and
can't imagine.
he's devastated. He's ruined for life.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
man
yeah,
he's the Walking Dead.
yeah,
And so is her mother, of course.
yeah, yeah.
You
Because you always blame yourself, no matter what. No
you you,
matter what, you always blame yourself.
you cannot
You hear the
imagine
pain.
what they are. I can't imagine what they're going through.
Me either.
I
Me
can't.
either. I can't either. I agree.
But obviously, they put some roofies in her drink,
That's what it sounds
or
like.
they laced whatever substance they were using. I
Mm.
don't know whether it was ecstasy.
Hey, Frankie.
I don't know whether they spiked her weed with angel dust or whatever. But you can tell that something was tampered with
Mm-hmm.
because there was no way that she would not fight back at all.
Yeah. She did you notice? 'Cause she didn't have no fight or flight in her at all. She wasn't screaming for help. She was just there.
And the woman gave her like a snapmare. I mean, I remember
Mhm.
back in the day. I mean, she literally flung her by her hair, just
Yeah.
snapped. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
she probably, I'm more than likely, she died from the blunt force trauma that was put to her head.
Yeah, like when they say that Winter Girl, like I said in my mind, when they said they did a WWE move on poor Shanquella, in my mind she was on her stomach because Dejanay had already beat her up, and I just felt like that winter chick pulled her by the back of her hair and slammed, her face to the ground, you know. And I felt like that's what they meant by a WWE move being put on her. And I was wondering, did that snap her neck and her spine, the blunt force trauma from that, or it's just no telling.
And the only reason that anything will be done is because of the outward pressure that was put
Yeah.
on by social media.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a couple of things where people have said, well, the U.S. and Mexico. First of all, the U.S. and Mexico hate each other. They hate each other. They, as far as their extradition treaties and this, that, and the third, they could care less. But now there's so much. There's so many eyes on it now that the whole world is going to watch how they go about it. So they have to, because any misstep now ruins. First of all, it ruins not only our country, which is already in ruins. We already know that, but that's another chapter for another time. But we know that Mexico's tourism has been hanging by a thread anyway, between the cartels and all the craziness that goes on in Cabo and other parts of Mexico, which are supposed to be destinations for tourists. I mean, between that and, of course, these pandemics that have been happening, they've already been taking a beating. Now this comes out, they don't want to take any more of a beating. So they're going to try their best. Well, I don't know if they're going to put their best foot forward, because I'm always going to be leery of these countries as it is. But they have to tread lightly. They're forced to tread lightly. I just pray for the family and the loved ones of this young lady, and she had so much more to live for, and this is very tragic. Very tragic.
That's what I meant by people really have to guard themselves. You have to guard yourself, your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. And it's just a lot. I just the pain in that man's voice. I don't even see how he can breathe.
Yeah, he's. I like I said, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't.
Uncle Claude and Miss Olivia, I think I know the move that they put her in. Okay, you guys watched WWE or WWF back in the day. Remember the move? Remember the move, the RKO?
Where you're talking about Randy Orton's move,
right?
I
remember that?
A lot further than that. You can make a case, and he was an older wrestler. His name used to. He passed away years ago. There was a guy named Ravishing Rick Rude who had a move very, very similar to that. And he had that type of move, which was a finishing move also. The RKO is sort of a derivative of that. But, and I forgot what he used to. It was called the Rude Awakening. That was the name of his move. And that was the move that was basically done to that young lady.
Yeah, well, they grab him by the back of the hair, and then they used to grab him by the hair, and like slam him down on the mat or something like that.
They drop down and they apply all of the pressure coming down on the neck, and that's what I believe happened.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. To me, a wrestler, when they said the WWE move, that's what popped into my mind too, Lex. I didn't know what to name it, but I know I didn't see in my mind. That's what I envisioned as far as a WWE move, goes. So yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah, but it was hard to watch.
My God.
Watch.
Imagine when the second video is released of that actual move being done on her. That's what the next video is going to be.
And you know how stupid some of our people are going to be. They're going to turn it into a TikTok challenge.
And a meme and a GIF or whatever you call it. Yeah.
They're heartless. They're stupid. But you know what? This is to be expected. it's just further proof that we are in the last days.
Yo, absolutely, Cloud. Absolutely. I'm fit to do a
Try
video
away
about
from the
that.
Bible,
Yeah.
the more we're forced to acknowledge it.
I'm fit to do a video about that. Like I really am.
Oh,
Uh,
that's another video for. I know soon. I'm planning on doing a video that, we know what's been happening with Kyrie and
mhm,
Kanye and things of that nature, but it's so
mhm,
much deeper than that. There's
mhm. Absolutely.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, see, what people don't want to happen is starting to happen.
Mhm. We
Now,
are under siege in a strange land, and the thing about it is, we don't even realize that we are the ones under attack.
but see, the thing
That's the
is, some
problem
of us
is.
are realizing that, and they want to silence us. As see, they can no longer silence us the way they want to silence us.
Mhm. Mhm.
Some of us are starting to wake up from that.
Yeah.
That is America's,
The only difference
not
is
just America's worst
we
nightmare,
don't.
but it's the world's worst nightmare.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's the
And
The
synagogue of
only difference.
Satan. Yeah.
The only
Go
difference
ahead.
is we don't stay on code when one of us back is against the wall. We protest and we march and we talk our little stuff for a few days, and then it's forgotten. So we leave them out to hang by themselves. Whereas the other people, they're gonna ride for theirs, hell or high water.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You are absolutely right about that.
that was our problem in the past, but now where there's another generation that just doesn't give a damn.
Uh-huh.
They're not trying
They
to
don't have
care.
enough sense. They
They
don't have enough sense to give a damn, Cloud. They ain't got enough sense to give a damn.
and they there is no marching. There is no they don't want to hear that.
Mm-mm.
And let's face it, we're frustrated because we have been shown time and time again, and I'm not going to say the vote doesn't count, but we haven't voted correctly. We haven't held the people that we're supposed to hold. We have not held those people accountable the way we should hold those people accountable. And
Right.
people are fed up.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, they
But I'm fed up about I am fed up about what Trina B saying. This is a lost generation of children, of young people. It's so sad to watch because it's like they are missing something. Something when it comes to humanity. Something I don't know what it is exactly that has not been passed down to them when it comes to um having no chill about yourself, um knowing when to stop, the jealousy and envy. They weak minded, they thin skinned. It's a lot going on with these young folks. You can't tell them nothing. uh I don't even know if it's because this generation, like even her being 25, the whole group, so that means they grew up like with social media, right? So I don't know if that has played a part in these young people being desensitized. I don't know what's going on, but it's something missing, you know, in
there,
young people these days.
there are so many factors to that. I mean, you look at the schools, the so-called school systems. They have. I mean, you look at what's gone on. Just look at this country alone. Our country has failed miserably. We have failed. The and when I say we, I'm talking about the country in general, and not just the country, but let's look at our communities in general. I mean, we have lost. Remember, we have two generations lost based on the so-called war on drugs, whether they became crackheads or dope fiends, whether they were on the other end selling and had to give away 20 years to the system. There are so many levels on how our people we have failed. as a
Well,
people.
even if you're not in that situation, you got parents these days that want to be the kids' friends, and want to be entertainment. Number one, I am not your friend. I am your parent, and I am not entertainment. And I think that's when you start letting the government tell you how to raise your kid,
Well,
when you
that's
say you can turn around and lock them up because they don't fear you anymore and they're gonna do whatever. That's even a plan right there. Just as bad as the crime bill. Just as bad as No Child Left Behind, which left the door open of it made it even wider for miseducation. Because they don't have to have any accountability for the fact that they can't even read to graduate. All they got to do is be there. All they have to do is fill the seat. And that's so that the state can continue, to make money. You know, and so, but yeah, it's a lot of, and then make it so bad. The parents have to be accountable too, because a lot of parents fit into that crap about if I give you a spanking or whatever, or I try to discipline you, you can call the police and I'm gonna go to jail. Child.
man. And you know what? I'm glad that part, Kwani. There is no village anymore. That is a huge problem.
That's absolutely.
Does I mean that we were raised on it took a village. If,
Yeah,
I mean, I'll use myself for an example. My mother had to work. My father was not there. So when mom was at work before we went to school, my aunt, God rest her soul, would watch over us. Then
absolutely.
other people around the block, no matter who it was, they would look after us.
But
We
you
don't
said
have
you couldn't
that.
turn a corner without getting in trouble. If you get in trouble around the corner, somebody go tell it. By the time you get home, you in trouble.
Oh yeah, but you know what? That unfortunately, that aspect as far as our communities is gone now
Yeah, yeah. Well,
because
I mean, they scared in a lot of communities. They are actually scared of some of these teenagers, and like honestly, you
well, they
have to understand why
oh absolutely they
they
gave
are
us
afraid, because they have no fear. Like they will kill you and don't care.
no. Well, they did say the heart will wax cold. I mean that
Yeah,
has been proven. We've seen
absolutely. It said told us in the Bible in the end times, men will have no more natural affinity for men, meaning
no.
that we really not gonna care about each other no more at all. No empathy, no compassion, no sympathy, no nothing. Like you said, the heart is gonna wax cold. So you're right, Cloud. Absolutely.
It's very sad, and we have been the further away from God we go.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what this is just further proof.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how this gonna take six of y'all? Y'all set up this girl.
And these are
This
so-called
young
friends.
one, not this girl. Y'all set up this woman for whatever reason. But part of it is clearly envy and jealousy. But what else? Like y'all set this woman up and killed her. And then try to tell a story about it, left her body there, went and had dinner with her mama?
Yeah,
Really? This
this
what we doing?
this
Child,
was deep. This is deep-seated hatred.
good God.
Deep-seated hatred. This has been festering for years.
Yes.
This
I guarantee you
obviously
they're
she's
they're
only
going to show up at
25.
this funeral Saturday.
What you say, Lex?
I guarantee you they'll show up at this funeral Saturday.
Especially
Oh yeah,
Khalil. Hmm.
Hmm.
I believe
But
they
do
will.
you think he'll show up now, Lex, that all this stuff is coming out? Do you think he'll still show up?
Hmm.
He's such
Oh,
a
Yeah.
narcissist. He can't help himself. I do believe it.
wow.
He's that
Mm.
big of a narcissist. He'll show up.
I would really like to know if he gonna have the gall to
He
show up. But I mean, but if you got the gall to have dinner, with the mother of the girl that you done been complicit in doing away with, then yeah, you're right, Lex. He'll show up. Mm.
but
Oh,
I'm willing to bet he's going to show up.
I don't see why he wouldn't. Still
that,
thinking in his mind that he can cover himself.
but that's all I really have to say about it. Again, I feel terrible for the parents.
Me too.
I just, but unfortunately, and you know what? I hate to say it, we're going to see more stories like this
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
yeah.
It's gonna. But we have to maintain our faith, and we have to stand firm. We have to stand
No,
firm.
that's right,
We have to
Claude.
stand firm now more than ever. We have
I
to stand
agree.
firm as a people.
I agree. I agree with you on that, Claude. But yeah,
Um,
God bless him. That daddy, him crying, that just, I was like,
he's
wow,
poor, and I feel bad
wow.
for him. I swear, if I were over there, I would. I don't even know what I could say though, because there's nothing. You can't console this man.
No,
You
he
can't console him. What are you
inconsolable.
gonna say if he thinks he'll be all right? I wouldn't even want to hear that
Yeah,
garbage.
that's not enough. Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
I'd turn around and slap the shit out of you. If it's
yeah, you can't. It's no consoling. No, can you imagine what they're going through? Like I said, because we all of us, um, well, some of us, I know I do. Um, just it really is true what they say about late in the midnight hour when the house get real quiet and your mind's starting to wonder, like if you ain't before you go to sleep or you can't sleep and those are the times that I worry about when it comes to parents having to deal with something like this, because you can lose your mind behind something like this.
oh, absolutely.
Especially in those times to where you all in your head and this man, for him to be going through all of this and try, and I really just think he is doing his own social media trying to find justice the best way that he can for his child. And do you know how much I can't even imagine the strength it took for him to speak like this online, to people about it, because I don't even see how he can breathe. But I just feel like they're doing all they can do, whatever they have to do to get justice for this child. They're willing to do it. And that's so horrible. You know, we shouldn't have to go through all these great lengths to get justice for something so obvious. And clearly it was some kind of a setup that resulted in this child's being not here anymore. You shouldn't have to go through all of that. That don't make no sense.
No, it's just so sad. It's that's so devastating. I just can't.
Me
Like
either,
my
Colin.
prayers just go out to them, and I just
Yeah.
pray that they're able to stand firm and just the most. I mean, I know the Most High says vengeance is mine, but He also told me if I make one step, He'll make two. So
Right.
I mean, I know He's going to stand firm to an extent, but if he feels that he has to take certain matters into his own hands, I'm all for him. I'm absolutely.
And I have to say I'm not. Yeah, I agree.
And with that, take care, everybody. Just stay safe,
All right.
and God bless.
All right.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Lex, for
Thank you
having
for
me.
joining us. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
for joining
appreciate
me,
you
Miss
streaming.
Olivia, Uncle Claude. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I
I'll
appreciate you streaming it because I don't have Instagram. You know what I mean? So thank you for that.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And I'll keep my eye on what's going on and keep you posted. Are you going live now to talk about
Oh
what you wanted to talk about? Or are you gonna
no,
do
I'm
it in the morning?
I'm absolutely. When I couldn't. I said, you know what? Let me. When I heard the man's voice start shaking, I had to, pause it for a minute, and I was like, well, let me go on and get back on here because I wanted to join your panel because you joined mine today.
Hmm.
And so, but my head is hurting, child. I don't, I told you today, Lex, I don't like to go down the rabbit hole. In some cases, they take you there. And
Yeah.
now after hearing the father, I didn't know that the boy had dinner with him. That's
Me
taking me
either.
further down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
disgusting.
it's a lot, a whole lot. Thanks, Chocolate Bay. It's a whole lot. For my grandmother would say, for their face to be so hard,
Mm, mm,
you just knowing what you did.
mm,
Mm-mm.
mm, mm. Look at people in the
It's
face
a
and ate
lot,
the
but
food. Mm,
Lord have mercy. Can
mm, mm.
if the parents snap at this funeral, if they saw one of them, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even blame
Mm-mm,
them.
mm-mm. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't. And then make it so bad. Okay, so these monsters, they have family too, right? So
Hmm.
My mama always used to tell me, and I tell this to the young ones in my family: when you do something, when you get in trouble or you do something wrong, it doesn't affect you. It affects your whole family, right? So
Exactly.
what is Khalil's mom and dad thinking about this situation? What is Deja's or Winter's or the rest? What are their families thinking about this? You know what I mean? Because you just didn't do it. You just didn't do this. Your whole family is now affected. Now your whole family in it. Now people side eyeing your people. And you're not
Mhm.
even caring about your people enough not to do no f ish like that. You're not even
You know,
caring about your people.
well, they have to be on some F-ish too, because there
Yeah,
is no way that all of this stuff has come out and I'm just gonna sit there and condone you not saying anything to anyone about what you know.
yes,
No,
absolutely. I
I'm
agree.
driving you down to the
Mm,
police department or calling the FBI on you myself.
thank you. I agree.
Mm-mm.
I absolutely agree with that, Lex. I mean, because like I said, it's not just you. And then for that Nazir person, I am not even sure because he is narcissistic and sick in the head. But the thing that keeps popping in my mind is the so called friend of 5 or plus years, the Khalil. I'm just what like you didn't even help the girl. Then you took the girl's luggage home. I knew that they sit in that woman's house and told her lies. I didn't know until the night that they had dinner with the lady. You looked at her in her face and you ate her food. So who raised you? Like nobody? Like what?
Exactly. I mean, and then the mom said she had no reason not to believe him because she trusted him.
She trusted him. She trusted him. He knew the whole family, Lex. That's what I'm saying. You plotted. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around him, especially because he knew her the long. He was supposed. She called him friend. The family thought that he was her friend. To the point to where he felt like he could come and say all those things and have dinner with the mom. You still run, which means you've really been running game on this girl and her family la whole. You have never been for her. You know what I mean? You could have
Exactly.
never you've never been for her. This has been festering for a long time because if you are truly somebody's friend in their corner, number one, you never would have let things go that far in Cabo.
Exactly.
You never would have let things go that far in Cabo. It never would have went. Not with my friends, it wouldn't have went that far in Cabo. You know what I mean? It's
Agree.
ridiculous. But then to you know come home and go to the girl's house and do what you did. I'm like, wow.
Exactly.
That's an extra sick kind of person, in my opinion. I mean, that's extra. If anything, okay, you came home, so okay, I can see you staying away, right? But you had enough nerve to go over there. Like you didn't even stay away from the family. Like you went to the home, and you did wrong. You told that lady that they didn't fight her. They didn't. You told them that they didn't fight Shanquella when that was a bald faced lie.
Exactly.
You said
Exactly.
that to that lady. Ain't no man telling. That I bet that lady loved that boy,
Hmm.
Khalil. She loved him. That's why she believed him. You
Uh,
know, that's real insidious. Like that's beyond. That's too much. That's doing
I
too
just,
much. But like you said, wouldn't be surprised if he show up at the funeral.
I really won't. I won't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I
Yeah.
wouldn't, because today I didn't screen record it, but oh God, Nasir, he was riding in the car playing Kelly Price. She was a friend of mine.
Yeah, he narcissistic. He is sick. That now serious something wrong with him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, are you serious? When I saw it, I was like, you got to be joking right now.
Yeah. That dude right there. Now, see, if anybody needs some street justice administered on them, it's him. Cause he's doing too much. Like
And then
I don't.
now he's threatening to sue the young lady who came out and told her story about what he did to her.
He ain't suing nobody. That nigga ain't got nothing. Okay.
So he's gonna need to save his little coins for this right here because what she said is the least of his problems.
Sure is. Sure is. It would be the least of his problems if it were me and mine. I tell you that. Cause he
Exactly.
easy. Somebody like
He's
him, girl.
going down
Okay.
for that and what he did to me.
Yeah, that's easily fixable. I just that thing right there, just it's a no for me. That's the cleanest way I can put it. He's a no for me. Nope. No I don't feel no sympathy. I don't feel any warmth towards that type of person at all. You know, he's just doing too much. Like it's like you on her. And I think that honestly, when he did that first interview with what's the person named NCB, I really think that he felt like people was gonna show him some kind of sympathy. You
And
know,
not with NCBeat because he wasn't playing no games because once he
right,
found out that he lied, he came
right,
back and he was like, okay, now you're not gonna play with me because I got
right.
your tickets and all of that stuff. So now you trying to tell me that you
hmm
said you weren't there. This proves that you were there.
Yeah, and he didn't expect that though, Lex. He didn't. That's why he hung up the phone. He didn't expect that kind of response,
Mm-hmm.
because he is narcissistic and very manipulative. He felt like he was going to garner sympathy. He thought it was going to be a whole totally different conversation. In my mind, that's what I thought. Somebody's asking for the
Right.
link. That guy Millie, so I can join.
Okay.
You got a do you have a whatchamacallit, Lex?
Trying to look for one now because
The banner. Yeah.
yeah. Uh hold on, let me
Yeah.
I gotta make myself a mod to drop this link. Oh god. Oh.
So yeah, it's just crazy though when you start thinking about all the different scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make no sense. Mm-mm.
Hold on, that guy.
I got quiet because I didn't want to over talk him.
No,
I
go
heard.
ahead, Miss Olivia. I'm
Okay.
trying to get back in so I can drop this link. Because I was
Yeah.
getting ready to wrap up when you said you were getting ready to
Mm-hmm.
go because I was working on my other story for tomorrow.
Yeah, but it was.
Because I was going to do that one tonight until, I got a call and said, change of plans is tonight. So I was like, oh God, let me jump on because I told Miss Olivia I
Yeah.
was going uh,
Yeah, I told
stream
you I
it.
had the notification bells on. But yeah, and I thought you said though, it was
It was
the dad
free
was gonna
tomorrow.
speak tomorrow. Yeah,
Mm.
I thought you said that, but I was like, well, shoot, maybe maybe I was wrong. There's so much going on today, you know. And
No,
so I
you
was
were
like, well,
right.
let
They changed it, and I was like, okay.
me But like I said, I'm so glad that you streamed it because I don't have Instagram. I never would have heard it had you not restreamed it. I wouldn't have heard it. But I'm glad that I clicked on because I had no idea that the Khalil guy had dinner. They had dinner with the mom. You know,
Mm-hmm.
wow, the story just keep getting worse and worse to me. You know, in my opinion,
Right.
thicker and
Welcome to
sicker.
that guy, Millie. Mm. You see that?
Did he? What did he do? Click on and click back out?
Uh-huh.
Well, didn't really want just a troll child. Or maybe
Uh-huh.
device messed up or something. I don't know, but child,
I don't know.
but
That's
child,
why I'm glad you reminded me about the banner,
yes,
just
because
in
you can.
case.
Because some folks will try to, p-bomb you or something, just so you'll
Right.
have to delete the video because they don't like what you were saying or whatever. You know what I mean?
Your device is not connected. Well, maybe
Mm-hmm.
he's not a troll.
Well, yeah, maybe he's just having a problem with his device. That does happen, especially on streaming. Like,
Yes, ma'am.
oh no. Oof. He said, never
You were
mind.
on the first time, and then when I asked you, when I said welcome, you clicked yourself off. Everything was connected the first time, but the second time when you tried, you must have hit something wrong, and you weren't connected. If you want to try one more time, you can. Just when I say welcome, just remove yourself from. Well, I could unmute you, so you could just come on if you want to. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Did he try again, Lex?
No, I'm waiting. The link still works. You want to try again?
Did he get those photos from it? Research before doing. Yeah, like jurisdiction areas. Yeah, laws, etc. They 100% bet after they got back home things or checks. Absolutely, I agree with that comment you highlighted, Lex. I believe it was a whole setup. They knew what they had to do. hmm But
And
I
I'm
didn't
surprised
believe.
that they didn't confiscate, like she said, the phones or anything like that, because you know, I'm sure they got rid of those devices.
Yeah, but $10,000 off the girl's credit card. That's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
explains how they got back home so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
They might
that's,
have came back first class
that's cold
on her
blooded.
dime.
On her dime, killed her
Mm-hmm.
and came back on her dime.
Yep. Now, if
That's
they got that one credit card, imagine what else they got. They probably, Lord have mercy. I could only imagine.
child. Lord have mercy.
That guy,
That,
Millie, are you going to try to come back? If not, you can come back during the next live stream because we're getting ready to call it a night. We're at 2 hours. I don't think he's going to come back. Give him a
he's
few more
probably not.
seconds.
Well,
And
let me
that's
get off your legs.
okay, Miss Olivia. Well, I will see you tomorrow if you decide to go live. But I know when you go live, so I'll be there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'll be able to or not, but I'm gonna try, child. I will see what go on. I don't know if I'll be talking about this per se tomorrow. It'll probably have something to do with what I want to talk about next, though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like I said, I hate to go down the dang on rabbit hole with these cases, but some stuff is
Hey,
just too
sometimes
much.
you need it.
You get to thinking about it too much.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yes.
that's what I was really trying to avoid. Because it's just the more you think about it, the sadder it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel so sorry for this baby, for this young lady. I feel so sorry for her parents.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, it's just so sad. It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
I hate that her parents have to go through all of this just to get justice for her, though. I really hate that. That don't make no sense. Because they really
Yeah.
try to
It's
sweep it under the rug. The Mexican authorities, as well as the U.S. Embassy, they really try to sweep this under the rug, Lex. That don't make no sense.
yeah. It doesn't. And then to know that they called to the U.S. first to find out what they needed to do. I want
Hmm.
to know who they called.
Exactly. Who did they call?
Exactly. That's what I want to know.
That
But I
is
guess
cold.
we'll find out in due time.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like somebody said earlier, was it Tia said that whatever the statements that they made prior, they're going to have to redact those statements.
Oh, that's what I said as far as the
Foul play.
Mexican authorities.
Hmm.
Because that's the only way that you know they can charge them because they said at first no foul play.
Foul
So
play. The American embassy said it too. Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. That's cold blooded. Well, all right, honey bunny. Let me get out here and thank you so much once again. Um, I'll be watching out. I'm sure you'll be watching out too because I've been trying to get a little more is coming out at the time. Um,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
really wish they would release another video, but something tells me that there will be at least one more video release. Especially
I
because
believe so.
I do too because of young folks in social media, and they
Hmm.
love to plead their case on social media. And Nazir is talking so much that it's making them want to defend themselves. Even that Quilla girl, it even
Yeah.
made her when she posted that picture of him in front of that car and stuff. It's even making her want to defend herself. You know.
Well, she was on Instagram trying to sell her story to the highest bidder. Anybody who wanted to interview her, whoever had the highest price, that's who she was going to give the interview to.
No, I didn't know that. Well, dang, I just learned something new again. No.
I thought I
Wow.
told you that earlier today, but yeah, she's doing that now. No one has come up with the right price yet. I guess I mean it wouldn't be me because I will not pay you to hear you tell me how you killed somebody. No. Mm-mm.
No, exactly. No, you might have said it earlier, but it did register, but no. Wow, it's registering now. What?
Yes,
Right,
ma'am. And
Empress, the
for
audacity,
anybody,
the
I
nerve.
I wouldn't do that because then now you would be liable and probably would have to be in court during this murder trial because
Yeah,
of what they know. No,
and
no,
you
no.
charging people money. That she don't have no remorse either. Sure,
Oh
they
no.
really thought they was gonna get away with this.
Yeah, because when my friend texted me and said go to this page right here, and I said who is this, and she said Dejanay, and I said I know you joking. Well, I ain't say I know you joking. I said I know you.
Hmm.
Um, and she said no, and when I clicked it, I was like, you got to be kidding me, and it was there plain as day.
Wow,
Hmm.
wow. They really thought they committed the perfect crime.
How to get away with murder.
Ain't that something? How to get away with murder. Wow. Well, on that note, I'm gonna bid myself good night and thank you once again. I did share your video.
Thank.
Um, it's very informative, and once again, thanks for sharing it because I don't have Instagram or no other social media app. So I appreciate you, love, and I'm gonna talk to you later.
All right, you have a good night, Miss
Okay.
Olivia.
Good night. Good night, y'all. Bye bye.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining the live tonight.
We can make it.
Justice for Shanquella,
You can have it.
Shaquella and her family. Until next time, take care, be safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Stay woke, baby creeping. Now don't you close your eyes.
Thank you, Empress.
Too late. You wanna make it right, but now it's too late. My peanut butter chocolate cake with Kool-Aid. I'm trying not to waste my time. If you want it, you can have it. If you need it, we can make it. Oh, if you want it, you can have it. But stay woke, baby creep.
They gon' find you, catch you sleeping. Ooh, stay woke. Niggas creeping. Now don't you close your eyes.